welcome back with another video. Today the lecture will be on the legal system of Pakistan. Subscribe to my channel and also press the bell icon so that you can get more updates. So moving forward, the chapter on legal system is divided into three types. The first part will be on to the today lecture is introductory part related to legal system of Pakistan. The second part relate to the court system of Pakistan, and the part 3 will be on the judicial system of Pakistan. So moving forward, the first heading will be the major legal system of the world. So the major system of the world will be divided into three parts. The first one is the civil law. What is the civil law? We must know that what is the civil law means. The civil law means the system of law concerned with private relationship between members of a community. It means that the civil law relates with the two parties relationship between the members of the community or between the two or more than two persons. So it involves the like breach of contract, injury or death that is result from the negligence and property damages. And the civil law does not relate to the criminal activities, military activities or religious affairs. It only relates to the relationship between the private parties and between the members of the community. The second one is the common law. So what is meant by the common law? The common law is considered to be as a body of legal rules that have been made by judges as they issue ruling on cases that is opposed to the rules and laws that is made by the legislature or any official statutes. So just like for instance, like the judge made that say that people have a duty to read contract. It means that the common law is the law that made by judges rather than by the statutes. So the judges here says that they are made a law and the people having a duty or the obligations to read that law or that contract so that they are in line with that contracts. The third one is the religious law. So religious law is basically every jurisdiction having their own religion, their own religious basic rules and their own norms. So the religious law tells people what to behave or when to behave or what have to behave. So religious law comes from the sacred text of various religions. They cover most part of personal and contract law, like religious law covers both personal and contract law, and most religious law system are either based on Islamic Sharia law, either they are Christian norms or they are Jewish laws. So religious law generally are used in countries that having other legal systems such as civil or common law as well. So for instance, it includes like deity, which means to describe a good or goodness, especially in religious that believes in more than one god, or legislation through prophet, like what prophet had said in their legislations that is mentioned not only in Holy Quran and also in Sunnahs, and that is indicated from the hadiths of holy prophets. So the next heading will be on the Pakistan legal system, that how the law of Pakistan originated, when it is originated or how it was originated from the British India. So the legal system of Pakistan means the law of Pakistan where it has been originated. So the law of Pakistan is the law and legal system that is existing in the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. Like Pakistani law is based on the legal system of British India. And the legal system is derived from the English model through the adoption of laws and the structure of British India. So Pakistan is itself a codified legal system that is based on the 19th century's English law. And the legal system in Pakistan, what it has been based on, it based on the rules, procedures and institutions by which public and private initiatives can be carried out through legitimate means. In other words, it means that a system is based on the interpreting and enforcing the law. The next one will be the historical era of legal system of Pakistan, that how the legal system started, in which era, from which date it has been started. So upon the list of dominion of Pakistan in 1947, the laws of the erstwhile British Raj remains in force. It means that the British India's force remains in force till 1947. At no point in Pakistan's legal history was there as an intention to begin the statutes. It means that there was not a single intention in Pakistan to legitimate or promulgate the statutes, but the founder of Pakistan, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, had a vision regarding the law of Pakistan to implement a system of law in according to the teachings of Islam and according to the Sharia, but it was never fulfilled in that era. Then after that, this vision however did have a lasting effect on later Pakistani lawmakers. During the reign of General Muhammad Ziaul Haq, the element of Islamic Sharia law were incorporated into the Pakistani law, that is leading to the institution of the Federal Sharia Code. In some federal and provincial administrative tribal areas, the system of law employing traditional methods which emphasizing or persisting at the local levels. It means that this informal level disputes are settled by a jirga. At that time, the jirga resolve the dispute and that are considered as a council. The next one is sources. That what are the sources? How the sources defined in Pakistan. So the sources means the origin of law, like the binding rules that are governing human conduct. Such sources may be international, national and regional or religious as well. The term sources of law also refers to the sovereign or the state from which the law derives its force or validity. It means that the sources of law always derive from the sovereign powers, like the state powers, like the kingship powers, from which the laws they have made and the laws are derived from them to make it legally enforceable or having a legal validity as well. So the sources of law in Pakistan having two forms. The first form is the primary source. So as the Muslim we have noted that the primary source in Islam is of four types, that is Holy Quran, Sunnah, Hadith and Ijma. The Holy Quran, Sunnah and Hadith, as we know that the sayings of Allah, sayings of Holy Prophet, the verses are mentioned through which we can know that the laws are promulgated according to the teaching of Islam and Sharia. And Ijma, as we know that the Islamic scholars doing a consensus or agreement, like if there is a law on the smoking and the question raises that whether the smoking is allowed or not. So according to that, the Islamic scholars doing a consensus or agreement when the law leading to the any confusion. Then the secondary sources are always man-made law, like constitutional law relates to the fundamental rights, high court powers, supreme court powers, parliament's powers, when they have to vote or when they have to not. So these all rights in the constitutional laws are according to the teaching of Islam and Sharia. And then the statutes according to the Sharia and Islam they were promulgated. Then case laws, the case laws is that the High Court and Supreme Court decided the cases of on every matter. Then verdict of judges, like High Court decisions, Supreme Court decisions, but they have their sayings. These all are secondary sources. So the crux of today lecture part 1 is that first of all major legal system. We have learned about what are the major legal system in whole of the world. That first one is civil law, then common law and then religious law, that how they are promulgated, how they are functioning in different legal religion systems. Then the second one is Pakistan legal system, how it was originated, when it comes from. Then historical era, that what are the history after 1947, how the laws are come, who enforced that laws and on what levels it has been enforced. Then the fourth one is sources, that what are the sources in Pakistan, what it meant to be, and what are the primary and secondary sources. So I hope that this lecture will be clear to you. Please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon. That's it for now. See you in the next lecture part 2. Bye bye.